I always do these forgetting shit.
Huh?
I always do these when I'm forgetting like one or two things. It's always like that one or two things that you forget. I'm not gonna reveal my face until then. Ugh. Boom. What's up? Not much. I forgot something, so I'll have to disperse for a second, even though I've been here for 30 seconds. Hold on.
Unknown problem. 26704 Northeast 65th Avenue. Priority 3. Engine 26. No problem.
Just precious.
257
Just the precious of the bandito, indeed. He's triggered. I'm gonna let him go now. Goof. What a goofball. Alright, now I'm official here. What do? I'll make sure I don't bust anything in the process. That will not be good to do that.
That wouldn't be bad.
Very much so.
Beep, 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 beep. Priority 3. Engine 6. 6 persons. 11506 Northeast 3rd.
Noise aviators. These are actually aviators. These are like...
Priority 3.
They're like a blend of aviators and like those perfectly round glasses that you got. Because they're for the most part round, but they kind of have like the frame shape of aviators. They're kind of like a mix, so... I've been tempted to take this part off, but... Because it would make it seem more rounded, but... I'll just get the actual official ones, if I can. If there's official, like, round hippie-style glasses or something. Leave it looks dope. Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm just going to get another pair if I wanted to do that. I'll just leave these the way it is. Because they're dope. Dope as it is. Doing it on the inside. Not outside. I don't know if you guys have any of this here, but we got O'Connor's. Some Irish cream. I don't know if any of you guys have Irish cream, but I have Irish cream. Oh no!
What?
There's chemical warfare directly behind you. Bandito. He's using the litter box behind you. That little punk. Oh no. Yeah, sure. Oh man, Bandito. He's leaving us chemical warfare bombs. Oh, there he goes. Sprawled out.
In the liquor store, where'd you get that?
Safeway?
Safeway?
Yeah, this is in the wine aisle. What? You're so surprised at that.
I'm totally surprised.
Yeah, this is like the... I guess, like, you could say their heaviest wine / cream.
What is it?
It's just...
Okay. I'll look for that. I didn't know.
Yeah, I could show you where it is. It's right front of my little department where we work at. Like, you know the 13, it's literally like on the other side in that little aisle of the wine section, but it's on the right side and it's near the end. Like it's on closer to the bakery than it is on our side.
What's it about $10 a bottle or what?
Without the card it's 16 actually, but with the card it's $11. So
Bad.
it ain't too bad.
With your discount card or?
Well, I could have employee discounts set into it, but I haven't gotten a chance to do that yet. LMAO. Yeah, what are your thoughts on waterbeds? Waterbeds? Waterbeds. That's an interesting thing to just bring up on this discussion. I don't really have much of a thought on waterbeds. Like, we are in an intense discussion on them. Oh my god, really? An intense discussion on waterbeds. I mean, I've never really have slept on one. I did one time. And, I don't know. Like, what's the argument about? Like, are they, like, good, or are they, like, comfortable to sleep on or something? Because
They weigh. When I had one, that was back in the day, though.
they weigh like a ton. Like, there ain't no
But
way.
they would weigh when you turn it over.
They'll flop around and kind of slosh around because of all the water inside.
Yeah.
Yeah. I honestly really wouldn't know. Roommates and I. I mean, I'm kind of indifferent to them, so I guess. Like, I need more context on the actual discussion on it itself, so I can kind of offer something, because I can't really just. Because I'm just water
Need a bunch
beds.
of support.
Oh yeah, because or else it could probably like slowly list one side over time, or eventually burst. Like, you would probably have to put it in, like, I think if to at least account for the possibility of a bust and then water getting everywhere and flooding your room. I think the best course of action would probably to have like a box to set it in.
Yeah.
And then fill it up, so at least that box could keep all the water in there.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, so in case you have to, suck it all out, then at least it's contained in a little pool instead of everywhere in your house or in your room or whatever. We saw a YouTube video that claimed that they're making a comeback. Making a comeback? So, essentially, just my overall thoughts, no matter what, will kind of get the idea whether they're making a comeback or not. I mean, I could see it. I mean, I'd get one. Why not? Like, as long as I had, like, that box thing I was talking about, just in case something happened, like, because I have pets, so the chances of them accidentally busting a thing is, to be fair, likely. So, no, I probably would, but I think it's probably best as long as you don't have pets or anything. I think it'd be okay as long as you didn't. But, I don't know. If it made a comeback, that'd be cool. But I don't know. I don't know, like, if they literally are making a comeback, but I mean, I could be wrong. They could be rumbling up a resurgence. That'd be kind of funny too. Suddenly, we get a resurgence in waterbeds. People start buying waterbeds. What if Logan breaks a bong over it and pops it? That too. Though, you know what? Logan has broken actually a few bongs on stream before, so I was about to say, I mean, he doesn't break them that often, but I'd be bullshitting myself if I'd say that, so sort of can't do that. I can't really say anything because I've broken them too. I mean, every marijuana smoker has broken a pipe or a piece or some form of glass one way or another. It happens. It's just a course of life, and that. I don't like them personally. Are they any better than air mattresses? I would say they're probably thicker than air mattresses, because if you have just a thin lining between you and water, basically, with air bubbles inside, then that would be a little bit problematic. I mean, it would make a little, like, it just makes more sense for a thinner material for air mattresses, but water mattresses or water beds, it would have to have a way thicker material inside. So, I don't know. Maybe I would say that would be definitely a difference. Maybe there's like a rubber lining on the inside to keep the water out, and it stretches or something. I mean, I don't know. I don't know too much about them because, of course, they went out of style for a while, but I guess maybe or maybe not they're making a comeback. That'd be cool, though. Anarch gets cooked by Logan when he breaks a pipe. That pays me back. What about non-Newtonian fluid? Non-Newtonian fluid. That would be interesting. That one applies when struck abruptly. It probably won't make much of a difference. Yeah. Most likely. I mean, I really know too much about, you know, like I said, between a water mattress versus an air mattress, but I don't know. I mean, I'd try it. Ugh. Grinding up some stuff. Grinding up some weed. Seltzer and whiskey. That sounds amazing. Amazing. All I know is you ain't a beta. Beta. You ain't no beta. Oh my god. I love Jesse Lee Peterson, dude. That guy is a legend. He's a legend among men. Beta. We don't need none of these beta lesbians interfering with our alpha males. Because we's amazing. We's amazing. Waterbeds were big in my days. Whiskey prevents beta-ism. Exactly. It prevents beta-ism. Ism versus tism alerts. I would say the tism alerts are probably a little worse. At least the isms, there's at least a hint of intellectualism. Tisms never have any of that. To be fair, this might just be a tism stream. I mean, look at my thumbnail. I mean, for fuck's sake, I took that off of fucking porn. Come on. I mean, I'm not lying. I looked up my fucking gallery and I'm like, you know what? This specific face of this picture is satisfying to my needs, and I just zoomed as far as I could into it, and I did, and that's what came out of it. I was actually like contemplating whether I should do that or not. I didn't want YouTube to fuck me, but nothing so far, so I think I'm safe. As long as nothing's being shown. Problem with Joe was a young man in the 70s where it was heroin, he was poking holes in the water mattress when he was fucking prostitutes. Wow. I don't even know how to respond to that. Just amazing! We know Joe ain't no beta! Oh wait, hold on. He actually would be because he ain't an alpha trying to get into, you know, trying to restore the family and then, you know, praise the great white hope against the children of the light because they're betas. Beta. Which had a troll. We actually had a troll last stream. Last night you almost hit 5 hours. Longest ever. I've had longer than that, dude. I did a 6-hour stream once. We actually had a troll last stream. Did we? Last stream, there's like hardly anyone here. Like, it was just me and Tyler just not giving a fuck, just talking about stupid shit. I don't even remember much besides I know we went on for like an hour and a half talking about Star Wars. 2018 election was the longest. Yeah, that was. Either that or the drinks are on me. Like, I did... those two streams are probably the longest. You guys didn't seem to notice I had live chat on instead of filtered. Ah. You guys didn't seem to know. Yeah. I mean, again, like, me and Tyler were just kind of... we were off on our own little thing, just streaming the conversation at that point. Because for every time we did look over and then looked, there was nobody there. So we're just like, whatever. I don't care. He accused you of being a Columbine wannabe. What? What the fuck? Who? Who? Like, what? Is YouTube blocking trolls now? I don't know. I hope they don't. Dude, I wish I noticed this person. Dude, I wish I could have found this person. I would love to have just responded. Well, hot stinks, your mom has a waterbed? She doesn't have a waterbed. No one here has a waterbed. Why does he think I have a waterbed, let alone my mom having a waterbed? Whatever.
I can see Mama one.
You know, I could. In fact, it probably wouldn't be too bad on her, maybe. I don't know. But I got accused of being a Columbine. If I was a Columbine wannabe, wouldn't I went on a school shooting by now? It's a little late to be a Columbine wannabe, isn't it? Like, I have to be in high school, or at least just fresh out of it. I'm not really fresh out of it anymore. I don't even own a gun. And, I don't even know how to respond to the last one. That doesn't even make sense. I mean, I guess it does, but not to me. Because what? What? I mean, when you're furry, you're gonna get that type of accusation. So you know what? I don't even care. I'm desensitized to that because it's like, whatever. I don't know or give a shit. Like, what? And me, a degenerate? I actively call myself a degenerate, so why are you even having to bring that up? Like, come on. Fail. Like, that troll sucks. If that's as much as they got, oh my god, I wish I could have met them. I would have saw fit to, you know, instill my own little troll of my own. I actually feel like I might know which troll this might be. I don't and I don't know if it's a troll, if it's the right account or like channel I'm thinking of. Maybe the person will come back. So if the person comes back, then I'm gonna entertain myself. That drink one fine Carl, and you? I call him by wannabe. I'm still like, that's still just. Oh man, that's amusing to me. That's just amusing to me. Like if this person was just had any rational sense to go just check out my past streams, which I know they don't, they would see that they'll probably catch me at one point or a time talking about my views on, I don't know, gun control and school shootings. And if they were to at least listen to my policy, they would see I'm the antithesis of a, quote, Columbine, what, wannabe? A Columbine wannabe? Like, God. Sipping on a jug of some hobo rot gut wine outside an old country store today. Maybe crave some wine. A poor homeless guy sipping on a fat jug of hobo rot gut wine made you crave wine? I like how that specific scenario made you crave some wine. What craved me wine is the fact that our wine aisle is right in front of my place of work. So, had to go get it that way. I actually didn't get wine either. I just got cream. Irish cream. I'm just going to be sipping upon this throughout the entire moment of this stream. I really can't stop thinking about that troll right now, dude. Because I really want to know who that like, I'm going to have to go back on the other stream of mine and see who that is. 'Cause that's interesting, but funny. Because I love trolls. They're my favorite type of people. They are what makes YouTube go round. Well, at least they try to. I think. Vice did a documentary on the death of the American hobo. Oh, the American hobo died a while ago, dude. I mean, if anything, it's kind of like somewhat of an honorary title being known as a hobo. I mean, like you got like, because like when you're called homeless or whatever, there's just like a connotation behind that seems negative, but hobo doesn't. At least to me, in my perspective, it doesn't seem like it has that negative context behind it, or like at least that negative stigma, where it's like, oh, you're a hobo. It's like, oh shit, look, he's a hobo. He's chugging along, doing his thing, off on a new adventure. But a homeless guy, like, people on a general basis have such a stigma against that. We need to start calling homeless people hobos again. We need to start doing that. We went to some bars. A friend called the bartender a snooky looking bitch. I'm not gonna lie, that made me chuckle. God damn it, dude. You snooky little bitch. You didn't serve my whiskey cook right, you dumb bug, snooky looking bitch. I can see it now, dude. Oh my god. She got pissed and we got kicked out. Well, I would say it's worth it. If she really looked like a snooky looking bitch, then you probably shouldn't have been there in the first place. It probably was a mistake. At least hobos would work odd jobs while traveling. Exactly. That's why there's not much of a negative connotation behind the sense of a hobo compared to someone who's just simply homeless. Not saying that being homeless is wrong. I mean, the whole idea, the fact that there's homeless is wrong, but just because you yourself isn't, you know?
I enjoy being homeless.
I mean, some people prefer that anyway, yeah. Like, I know there's a guy who comes to my store all the time who is actively, purposely homeless, and I wouldn't even really say he's homeless. He's just a hobo at that point because he has a home essentially. It's just there's not a lot of material goods around, you know, for him to really deal with. So his idea of what a home is isn't necessarily what mine is, because like for me, like me, you know, like a home is far more materialistic in nature, just because I'm in a fucking house with all sorts of crazy shit in it, you know, all these things and stuff of mine and ours and stuff. So, to be fair, there's probably, at least for those type of people, I would probably be more likely to call them hobos compared to just someone who's, you know, just destitute and unable to climb out of the hole and stuff. Compared to people who are just like, yeah, I'm homeless, all right, I just got to do and adapt. Hobos drink wine. They're like the classy ones of the homeless subgroup. They're the class ones. The ones with class. I don't know if they honestly do. I mean, to be fair, there isn't really any classiness, you know, to all that. It's amazing. Amazing beta. JLP. Just a goofball.
What's in that can,
Back in the 1900s, when hobos came about, they would drink jugs of wine on trains. I mean, wouldn't they drink other stuff too, like you know, like moonshine or even stuff like gin and whiskey too? They wouldn't drink just wine. I mean, I would have assumed they probably drank other stuff too. I mean, not just on like a, you know, like semantic thing, but just on like a whole general basis. Wine was cheap then. Yeah. I mean, depending where you look at, I mean, wine can be cheap now, but no one's ever said that cheap wine was good. But I mean, you can find it. It's just not going to be good. Plus, they were out west where they had a lot of vineyards, and we still do. If anything, there's probably more vineyards now than there were before. So I mean, yeah. Hell, like there's probably maybe more wine in general, just more of the substance. Because it kind of reminds me of a little bit like the gin craze, a little bit back in London. Because there's more gin there now than ever, and yet people aren't really facing an epidemic of the gin craze, as they called it back in the day. So I mean, it kind of not, of course, at least when it comes to a crisis of drug or substance consumption, but necessarily in like, oh well, there seems to be this abundance of a substance, and people seem to, on a broad scale, take it, but over time it ends up being that, well, maybe don't take as much, but there ends up being more of that substance regardless at the end of the day. It's like, oh, well, not as many people are taking it, but yet there seems to be more of it, and it seems to at sometimes be cheaper, and it's like, oh, cool, okay. So, could be kind of like that. I mean, just on a more, I guess, better on a more positive aspect on it, instead of like the gin craze of London, it's more like the vineyard sprouts of the West or something. We just see more wine and more vineyards and more just alcohol in general being produced. The more west you go, and the more as time progresses, just I wouldn't say there's more like vineyard companies or like vineyard wineries. I mean, the amount of vineyards is probably way more than it was back then. If anything, it's probably like doubled, maybe tripled. Maybe just depends on certain areas. Do you like gin? A little bit. I haven't had it enough to really have a consensus, but at least I know with whiskey and like vodka and stuff, I like that. But with gin, I haven't had it enough to really have a consensus, but I've had some of it, and it's pretty good. I don't mind it. I like it. I like mixing in like tonics and stuff for sure. Of course, that's usually what gin's for anyway. But just straight up gin, I'll have to try some more over time eventually to see if I like it more. Which I probably would. I mean, I can already tell, like, if I ever prefer, any substance, or at least like any type of substance or type of a thing to use to have like alcohol as a substance, would probably be that type of stuff. So that's why I always try to watch out, because I already know, like, if I want to get to, certain levels or whatever, liquor would probably be my choice. So I always watch out for that. I like Negroni, Campari, just what I'm talking about. Oh, Campari, I know that one. I had that one, and that one's definitely not bad at all. I like that one. Negroni, I haven't had. I've heard of it, but I haven't had it. There's another one. I think it's an English gin. I know this much. And my mom actually had some brought back when she went to London the second time, I think. I'm trying to remember the name of it. I'm forgetting the name right off the top hand. But I think it started with a C too, as well. Campari is what goes into Negroni. Ah. Okay. Well. Got ice cream and tea. I just remembered too. I remember last stream I was going to say, hey, we're going to start the stream having like some Neapolitan ice cream, a banana split. What do you know? I didn't get anything on that. I got the ice cream because I already was kind of set on that. But I like totally just missed the ball with everything else. God, wow. I just now realized this. Ah, man. Scammed, guys. I scammed you. Y'all been scammed, dude. I just scammed you guys. Wow. Well, This is the path I'm taking now for my channel. We're a scamming situation now. We're a scamming situation. Dark times we've dropped ourselves into, guys. We need to really emphasize on this black and white right now. Man, I forgot I had that as my thumbnail, honestly. God dang it. I can't believe I did that as my thumbnail. What the fuck is wrong with me? I'm surprised Brett isn't homeless. Dude, how is he not homeless yet? Like, I'm actually kind of perplexed at the guy. Like, you know, I'm sure the guy seemed like he was a good dude now, you know, back in the day, but nowadays, man, like, he's just trying to cling so hard to this past, and then just is really narcissistic about himself now, in a sense of, like, he tries to, like, say he's this big thing when he, you know, really isn't that big at all. In fact, to most people, he's not even really on the radar. It's just like, Brett, if you really want to, like, try to do something different, you can't do this anymore, man. It's like, God, what are you doing? Stop. Just do. I don't even, like, he does live streams for, like, half the day. And to be fair, I've done it too. So, you know, I can't really say too much on that. But he does it, like, literally every time. It's like, whoa, like, there has to be some other stuff in your life that's going on. At least something. Like, something. You know? Hunter bet sending Dorn or one of the waterheads down to the local schoolyard to buy a dime bag of brown dry swag from some Mexicans. That's probably how he does it. Festus weed must suck. It really does, dude. When feeling when you peak. I'm pretty sure it says that feeling when you peak. Did I mistype it into when feeling when you peak? Oh my god. Wow. Did I really do that? Don't tell me that's the actual name of it. Did I really fuck it up that bad? Because I wanted to change it a little bit, because I wasn't really happy with the peak. I wanted to switch it to climax, because then it'd make it a little more sense. But I couldn't, and I was like, screw it. It'll just be fine like that. But now, we actually would have a problem. No, I did. Okay. Okay, I was just about to be like, oh, please don't tell me that's how it actually came out. But yeah. But that's that feeling when you peak, bro. Or climax. But that's what I prefer to say, but I didn't get... It wouldn't let me rename it, but I had the thumbnail, so I was like, you know what? Good enough. Alright, I think we had enough of that, and oh my god, I can't believe I really did do that, so. Well, I guess now that I know I can get away with that, I have plenty more to use, so. It's actually kind of depressing that I have plenty more to use. I'm not even kidding, I have at least like 30 more on this phone that I can use, so. I'm depressing, I know, alright? I'm the reason why the nukes should be brought upon this earth. And not just me. I'm just one example of, like, the 7.5+ billion growing, okay? So, it's okay. I'm not just the only one here. I really... You know, like, I wonder if people just see, like, that more as a meme now these days. It's very poor in general. I wonder if they see it as a meme. Like, of course, to us, it's a very prized possession that we hold dearly. But I just have a weird feeling that a lot of people probably, when they look at furries and shit, probably just see that as a meme. They're like, they like it, meme. I'm gonna meme you, I feel like that's just what it is now at this point. I feel like even other furries don't give a shit anymore. I don't even know why it's being brought up. I just happen to be one, so I kind of delve into the zeitgeist a little bit. I don't know what to say to it. Good. Good. Because that's going to be you when I'm done with all this shit, boy. Nah. That's the troll that, who's too afraid to come back and say hey to me now that I'm paying attention to the chat. To be fair, he's probably, or she, I don't know who the person was, is probably never coming back. And even if they did, I'd have my little fun. And then and then banned. That's what would happen. Boop. And then banned. Bye. You know, just be like, no one needs you here. Like, whatever. Who cares? Go away. Make a sock account and come back. Because I guarantee you that's probably what you would do. No troll, damn, I missed it. Last night, apparently. Like, last night, there was, like, nobody on. At least for view count. And Tyler happened to be with me an hour into it. So, we just kind of just bullshit and chatted for, like, 3 hours. And then for about an hour and a half, we literally talked about, like, Star Wars for the entire time. And other shit, too. I know that much. And just all sorts of crazy different stuff, so... I just, like, I didn't even notice anything happen at all. So I was just like, whatever, dude, who cares? That was here last night. Yeah, I mean, I know there's people on, but they weren't on for the entire duration. Like, I know you left at some point. I know, I think you left about halfway through it. I initially was going to end it around shortly after everyone kind of dipped, but me and Tyler just eventually digressed in the conversation, and I just kind of forgot about doing the stream. I was just like, alright, I'll just talk with you, and I know we're streaming, so hey, cool discussion being jotted down on stream, so yeah. And what else? There was like somebody like halfway through that. Oh, Stefan showed up for like the last like 30 minutes or something like that. And you were like, damn, you're still going on? I'm like, yeah, we should probably wrap it up. So we stuck around for that. You totally know me for being here. I'm hurt. I left when drugs became soul talk. Well, I mean, because, I mean, it just happens to, I mean, it's what happens. I mean, you have to also remember there's other people that, you know, are trying to get input and their own opinions across too. And I mean, I'm also going on my own little rant too, and I don't pay attention much to the chat once I'm doing that, so I can keep focused on my own thesis and my own thought. And then once I finish it, then I come back and I'm like, all right, let's do it. Because it's what I noticed, at least for me, is how I am able to at least kind of keep on my at least on my topic and my thought without getting sidetracked or distracted by like a comment or something, because I instantly want to go check out what that said. So it helps me at least a little bit to just kind of look off for a sec and just kind of go off to my little tangent, come back when I'm done, or have a point where I could pause for a second and continue on with it. So it's my own involvement in that sense of how I interact. And as there's going to eventually probably one day be up to like a couple dozen and maybe up to like 100 some of you guys in here, you're going to get ignored probably 80% of the time, maybe. I mean, mods are probably going to get ignored like 1% of the time because you guys are going to be distinguished compared to every other little plebeian in there. So, I mean, to be fair, like, everything is bad now. Wait until there's a lot more of you guys in here. And not even that, but like some of them are probably not going to be participating, but there'll be like good, like, let's say there's 100 people watching right now, there'll probably be a good like 20 of those people participating. And it's just that right now, because there's so few of us, everyone here is participating in some way, shape, or form, and then one of you might pop off for a while and then come back on. I'll never kiss the blind. I don't either, dude. That's why do you think I go by a different alias? Like, because I don't even really like. It's just that like it's the essence of it. It's like just doesn't feel like. I don't know. It's never been my favorite. You guys are mafiosos. Might as well be Trump Jr. I'm hardly a part of the mafiosos or a part of the mafia, dude. Nothing wrong with mafia. Alright. Well, Not challenging that statement. Oh, is this
Huh?
the cap's on here?
Oh.
It helps to make sure the cap's off. Whew. Was your family in Costa Nostra? Any main men? Any friends of ours?
Huh?
Trump is different in his family. There's no common sense. I don't know. I don't know about that one. I would think that his heirs probably have a little bit more sense in them than he does. I would think Baron alone has more sense than all of them. Molly's there because she just wanted to be a golden girl, and, well, that worked out perfectly, did it? So, it's just a elitist family. That's what they are. I mean, one of them's just a bumbling fool, and the rest of them had a sense of why they went into their, or why they did what they did or whatever, essentially, and they end up being shit mistakes. Generally because they don't really think out that much, besides money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. Joe had no Italian family members. Damn. Damn.
I had a good night in the space tonight, so
That's good.
yeah. Get back up there.
No mafia family. Beta. Beta. It's beta.
Imagine Dragon. Okay.
Imagine Dragons. They're a pretty decent group. Imagine Dragons? Yeah. I imagine dragons all the time. I imagine bad dragons. Get my drift. Giggity giggity.
No, says kill.
Jewish lol. Indeed.
And we're getting to bed.
Only the problem is, it's not you begging schmeckles from us. It's you giving schmeckles to me. Nah. Not hardly at all. I do these for free. I just freely offer my services for no reason. But no, I'm not asking. No. That's. I don't want to. No. Don't. Oh my god. It's you really want no. I'm just gonna keep doing this and. Oh. No. Like, oh my lord. Give Sicily, I'm proud of it. Proud of your ancestry. Just want the Sicilian. You want the Sicilian ethno state. That's what you want. Let's see how it is now. Pish posh to you, then, sir. Anyway, crazy. Went. Joe, proud to be right. Mm-hmm. Proud to be white. Proud to be white or rice. Just so proud to be white as rice, good sir. I'm probably honestly whiter than white rice, honestly. Like, I'm probably honestly, like, if I was in direct sun, I'd probably literally be glowing. I'd be glowing. Oh. Gamer profile? Mostly, Northwestern European. It like, I pretty much am a European mutt. Like, it, said I was mostly that with, Norwegian and Irish, mixed into that, primarily. And then, it didn't really give too much else, directly after that. I haven't checked, recently in a while, so it might have been updated since then, so I'll go check it up. Check it up soon. See what else might be there. 100% Euro. Currently, from what it says so far, but I know with Ancestry they will update it over time, so it could slightly change over time. But the primary genome of me is European, which I figured. I kind of knew that going right off the bat. I mean, at least my main assumptions of what my primary like ethnic ancestry is, I kind of was on the ball. Like, I knew I had some Irish in me. I knew I had Scandinavian, probably Norwegian in me. Ended up being true. And chances are that I'm probably like Anglo-Saxon because of that. And, well, all up in that same spot. So, like, I kind of knew on that level, but over time it'll update and get more finely tuned, so they might find more Norwegian or something, so that might grow in percentage, and they might detect some other stuff. Who knows? So far, that's what it says, but it could change slightly over time. And plus, there's a genetic tree I haven't got connected with yet, so they can do cross checks with that as well to update my own genome that they have. So. It'll be updated slowly over time, but right now there's not too much going on. Pasta fasul. Pasta. I just had some earlier before I started this. This time I ate some food before doing the stream, and it was pretty good. It was a random little concoction. It wasn't even like spaghetti or nothing, but it was like similar to spaghetti. It was just like this marinara beef sauce pasta thing with like these like flat, thick pasta noodles, and it was pretty good. The sauce was bland, so there wasn't really any seasonings I could tell. So I seasoned my shit up, and then it was superb. Like, I added just some simple seasoning, like very little seasoned salt, Italian seasonings, pepper, salt, and then some thyme and oregano, a little extra bit of that. Good shit. It was good then. So that was pretty good. You gotta try Pilsner or Quirl. Not as white as you. Most Italians are light tanned. Oh yeah. In fact, it's different depending on what part of Italy you go to, because northern Italians are a lot more whiter than southern Italians. Like if you go into like Naples and Sicily, they are definitely more tanner compared to their northern counterparts, who are a lot more white in their features, just because they're more inland into Europe compared to their southern counterparts. So there are differences even between their own ethnic groups, because you have like the Nepalese, and then you got like Maltese, and then Sicilian, and then you have like the like little like kind of like little Roman, and then the Genoa, and then you have like the regions of the Alps and like Venice and shit, like and just all these different little subgroups that have like their own little sub ethnic cultures and shit. So it's all sorts of different little things that are different in Italy and shit. But very cool stuff. Like I'd love to go to Italy. Like I like to do a whole trip, just literally circle the entire countryside, just in the whole country. Like go start, northwestern Italy, go all the way down to the south, go to the boot, take a little boat out to Sicily, come back, and go to the other side of the boot, and go back up and go to the other side of the top of Italy and circle back around to where we were at, and probably go back into France or something. That's probably how I do that type of trip. Probably start in France and then go straight towards Italy that way. I want Cannon Brand orange liquor. That just sounds amazing. That just sounds amazing. And then you retracted your message. Calibrain. Ah, okay, Calibrain. But that still sounds amazing. Orange liquor? Like orange zest liquor. That just sounds good. That just sounds really good. Like, dang. Yum. Yum, yum, yum. Oh, here we go. Herbal liquor made from bitter orange. That does sound good to me still. I don't even like bitter, but that still sounds good to me. Well, I tip my head to that. I don't have a hat to tip, so I tip my head to it. Right on. And I'll take a sip off that. That the Irish cream actually does go very well with chocolate milk. I mix it. That's usually how I mix that stuff, but I ran out of chocolate milk, so I just kind of have to be stuck with drinking it straight up. But normally I would just have a tall glass of chocolate milk, fill that about like 3/4 way, fill the rest up with that, twist it around, put like 2 things of ice in there. Splendid. Oh, I just thought of another idea on top of that. Sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon and sprinkle a little bit of brown sugar, like right before. So then you put the chocolate milk in and stir that up, so the sugars and the cinnamon kind of start dispersing in that, and then put that in there. Then stir it up a little more. Ooh, that just sounds good. I'm gonna have to do that next time. I have to get some milk tomorrow. Save some of that. Bitter orange and cocoa milk. Interesting combo. No, not to that. The Irish cream. This stuff. O'Connery's or O'Mara's. I know Logan gets the O'Mara and I get the O'Connery's, but it's just because we don't have the other one. I think the other one's a little stronger, but this stuff isn't as strong, but it's still good. What was I just about to say? But oh yeah, it goes really good with chocolate milk. And I think a little bit of brown sugar or cinnamon sounds like go very good with that. So next time I'm gonna have to try that. I mix 6 Irish cream with coffee. Oh, that sounds amazing too. In fact, that's probably what most people put Irish cream in there anyway. Irish cream milkshakes. Hell yeah, dude. You guys are just like, you guys are on the roll right now. Let's keep going. See what else we can do with it. Like milkshakes, coffee, like chocolate milk, Irish cream. What else could we got? Eggnog and Irish cream. I've done that once, and that actually was good. So that is possible. What else? Like, what else can we potentially like mix with Irish cream here? Whiskey and Irish creams and Ben and Jerry's. Ooh, yeah. I'm liking our ideas right now, guys. This sounds all too good. Like, I'm getting kind of jealous that we're all making these great ideas and no way to execute them. Not jealous. That's not the word. Sad. Like, not even sad. Just kind of like, dang. Mild disappointment of like, we can't execute these right now. But they just sound too fucking good. Eggnog and Irish cream sounds epic. Yeah. Oh, dude. Here's how I did the Irish cream and eggnog. So I had eggnog. I put cinnamon in there. A little extra because of the eggnog. And then I did brown sugar. And then I did the Irish cream. Mixed all that together. Put that off to the side. Then I get some whipped cream. Alright. Whipped cream here. And then you get just a nice one little cherry. And then you get a nice fat tankard. Put all that Irish cream, eggnog mix in there. Lather it up in the cream. Put a little cherry on top of there. A little straw in there. Amazing! Amazing! No beta can ever concoct that. I need to buy Irish cream next weekend. Yeah. I was honestly, like, before I started this, because I had the dinner I had, I was like, I should have gotten wine. But now that I'm doing the stream, I'm glad I had the Irish cream this time. Now I'm glad. We had a recovery, and now I'm happy that I did, because we made all these cool ideas, like Irish cream milkshakes, Irish cream with coffee, though I already knew about that one for sure. Eggnog with Irish cream, I made that one myself. That's amazing. Amazing! And, like, damn, we just made some good shit right now. Would you rather go out to the bar of JLP or Sargon? Jesse Lee Peterson, hands down. Hands down, dude. Are you kidding me? JLP, hands down. Yeah. Even Carl knows what's up. He even knows, dude. Sargon would just be a pompous cunt. Yeah, dude. Oh, dude, did you see him on Destiny recently? I saw he Destiny debate him, but I didn't see the video yet. But I already know it's gonna be good. I already know it's gonna be amazing. Like, I'm alright, like, dude, every time I say amazing, beta, alpha, I don't even say alpha. I say alpha. I don't even say, like, alpha. I say alpha. Alpha. Instead of, like, alpha. You know? Because the way, that's how Jesse Lee Peterson says it. So it's just like, I'm, like, literally taking his mannerisms now, dude. They're too, like, he's a meme lord. A perpetual, like, living meme. JLP would probably pull out a bag of Quaaludes and pull some Bill Cosby. I don't even, like, dude, I don't even see him doing that. Like, I could see him just, like, I would just love, like, go to the bar with him, dude. He would just, like, you don't even really need to be a yes man. You can still have, like, a fun conversation with him, because half of the stuff you're gonna say that he says, you can't help but just giggle to, because it's like, are you kidding me? But I love, like, but either way, he's still a fun guy. I'm pretty sure he's a teetotaler. Whiskey and Coke, amazing! No beta would ever drink this. No beta! Dude, whenever I see a troll in here and they just make a really sad attempt at trolling, we gotta, like, spam beta at them. And that'll be the cue. We would just, like, spam beta. After I do that, that'll be the cue. My cue will be beta, you know, like that, you know, like the Jesse Lee Peterson in the JLPism, or the Jesse Lee Petersonism. How about we call these mannerisms? Either way, whatever. We'll nickname it something. But and then we'll just, like, have, like, all of us, like, spam beta like 3 times or some shit, then time them out. Also, what the F is a beta? Stefan, you is a beta male. Beta. You is a beta. Like the second best gorilla on the Gorilla Channel. like okay, so to a lot of people on the right, they think like a beta is basically someone who isn't a dominant like alpha male type, and who is like, yeah, like he has his explanation for it. You'll have like he actually was on the Non Sequitur show, and he actually kind of explained it a little bit there. You should check out his appearance on the Non Sequitur show. It's pretty funny. But I mean, any appearance with him in it is going to be funny, no matter what. But that one was pretty funny too. I mean, just dude, he's just amazing, dude. Amazing, amazing. Look up alpha/beta male. Yeah, yeah, that's essentially like that. If you want to look at the actual technical terms, look up that. I mean, I know what they are. I just like for some reason I can't like think of a way to explain it. I don't know why. It should be simple, but I guess I'm just a beta male. So I like how ones where he talks about how slavery was good. Oh God, dude. It says most blacks are immoral and lazy. Like, so am I right? The second best gorilla. I mean, I'd like the second best. Just not best at all. But, yeah. Pretty much, though. I mean, the reason why I don't say best is just because in the terms of at least these people, a subordinate male animal in a particular group. Yeah. So, the thing, yeah, that's true. But, to these type of people, though, how they view it is they kind of twist that around a bit to basically be like, you're literally a subordinate to either like your own demon/sins, essentially, men who have been feminized, like he just said, weak considered, synonymous with cuck, as he also mentioned there too. Like, to a lot of people on like alt-right/new right, it's just kind of the neo wave, the most recent waves of the right wing, essentially, of the young generations popping out. They like to throw that shit around a lot, to the point where it just becomes really annoying and lame, but at the same time, just what the fuck was that?
Something outside.
I swear I'm not hearing shit, guys. We're experiencing a rightward wave in the zeitgeist. And to be fair, I find it interesting and very entertaining, too. So, I don't really got an issue with it. I mean, the whole way, the whole society in general just goes in these waves, goes left, right, and goes back and forth, which is really so, I hate it. It's so ridiculous, and it's just, I honestly think literally insanity, essentially, because you're repeating the same thing and expecting different results, going back and forth on these political spectrums, and it doesn't work. It's just like I just hate that, and but unfortunately, it's just a part of, at least from what I can get at, just as a part of human nature and just just how society works. It's just ugh, and it's one thing I hate about it. It must be maybe. Oh my god. We're trying to just incisive. Speaking of that, mark my words, I'm going to come in power in Europe because of Article 13. Because a lot of what Article 13 is doing,
Good job, partner.
Will push a lot of them on the ground, which would bolster them. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Goes right before the European elections. I mean, if a lot of people on the left had any sense, they would really try to repeal the idea of Article 13. Not just because oh, it's gonna bolster more of their political oppositions, but eventually that's just gonna be switched around on themselves too. Like, sure, like if start after your political oppositions and then it bolsters them up some more, but eventually they're just gonna be used right on you too. So I mean that's why I find free speech, especially online, is such an important thing because the more you restrict on people, the more they get bolstered and more victimized essentially and played the victim card to bolster their own narratives and agenda. And that's how a lot of these movements start usually, and a lot of these fringe extreme movements, especially on the right, rise up because they play these victim cards because they get try to get shut off from societies essentially because too extreme. So I mean, I don't know, tricky issue. Dudes run anti-Article 13, they win. And wants to support it. Well, if they had any sense, they wouldn't. Because it won't be long, especially after its effect. After a lot of people on the right get dealt with, it's going to go right at them too. And anybody. I mean, it's not going to just be... I mean, there's just going to be a scapegoat, to go after one side. Like how YouTube recently did this bullshit. It was mainly because we're trying to curb anti-vaxxer videos and conspiracy videos and pseudoscience, false information type of stuff, because of anti-vaxxers. Anyone with a rational mind is going to agree to that. And I initially was like, oh, wait, YouTube did something good? And then the details came out, and I'm like, oh. Because that's where this whole thing about how content creators now have to basically be obligated to review fucking people's comments and what they say and what's in their chat boards and comment sections, which they shouldn't be at all. And and YouTube has the option to literally disable comments on videos at whim, and amongst just all sorts of other more scrupulous, corrupt bullshit. So it's just ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. Definitely cold for power right now. I question to know if they really are left or not, if they're pushing that. Speaking of that, I was arguing with a far-righter earlier today who believes independents should be banned because they fuck up the system as it was intended. Professor questions. One, how are you going to ban a political leaning or / party, technically, or whatever? And, two, how was the system intended? And three, it never was intended like this in the first place anyway, bitch. So, what a retard. Oh my god. He thinks everyone should be required to register with one of the political parties. So basically be a hive mind, tribalistic, and nepotistic drone, indoctrinated and brainwashed into one or two political propagandas of the establishment, suck their dicks, and go on with your day getting fucked in the ass by the establishment, being exploited by them. Wow. This person should be sterilized. Wow. Can we just not have... This person shouldn't be breeding if he's breeding. Don't breed. Exactly what I told him. Lol. What? The don't breed part, or the should be sterilized part, or the be a brainwashed drone for either two establishment party systems part? Because either way, I don't blame you. Either way, either of them, I don't blame you. So, it's just, oh my god. like, that's just. I'm trying to like I'm trying to like pick it. I'm trying to like think of hypotheticalize and analyze like this point. And the dude is just not okay. Obviously an authoritarian for one, and like but he's at like what the fuck? What the no. Absurd. It's just absurd. I was
Good game, Mel.
oh shit. I was completely wrong. The far right support Article 13. Uh-huh. It took me a while to find though. Oh, so it is flip. I mean, I don't even really know too much about it, so I'll have to look into it too. Because I only know the details of it, and it should just not be passed. That's just all I know. And I just hope people in the EU just are smart enough to know that, but I don't know. I don't live over there. I don't keep in that much in touch with their politics. I keep in touch with mine because mine are more insane. So, you know, and more entertaining. So, you know, sorry Europe, but it's just the way it is. I'm pretty sure they pay attention more to us than they do their own shit too. So, you know, they probably are like, don't worry, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We pay attention more to you guys because your shit's crazy. It's always something. The opposition is 3 left groups and 1 right group. So there seems to be a little bit of a coalition, but not a strong one. Well, I mean, that's good at least. So, I mean, at least there is some movement. I just hope that they have enough of enough organization, not only amongst themselves but with each other cooperatively to have a strong enough voice against Article 13. So. I'll have to look into this myself. You know, I might just do a little response video to it. Just be like, take everything I say with a grain of salt, but here's information I have found out about it, and just offering thoughts and opinions on the ignorance take here. So I might do that. You know, just because I mean, I want, you know, like because it always gets like like Article 13 shit will always get brought up, and then I'll forget about it. Don't get brought up again. I'll forget about it and get brought up again. It's like every time it gets brought up, it's like because I kind of forget about it. It's like, what was it all about again? And I have to kind of remind myself about half the shit and everything. It's like, great. So I'm just gonna like actually do some research for a bit and make like a little quick video response about it and plop it all there. Plus, then I'll at least have actual information ingrained in my head a little bit. So I think that'll be good, at least good idea. Because you know, there's a lot that I definitely don't know about the whole situation with that, and there's stuff I still kind of know about it as well, and there's definitely a lot of people on the right that still are against it for sure, and there's also plenty of people, obviously, especially what you just mentioned too, obviously on the left. I just don't think the people on the right do it so in groups. I think they're more just individuals doing that. Like, because I noticed a lot of YouTube content creators who are right-leaning or alt-right or whatever the fuck you want to call them, depending on their affiliation or whatever, like with Sargon, for example. He's against Article 13, which, good. I mean, I agree with him on that, but, to them, it's more of like, whatever we can to trigger the libs. so they don't really take it seriously. Hence why they're not really actually doing it as in because of a movement, essentially, like a coalition of groups. But just because memes and I need to make money doing YouTube content. So spoilers are the two establishment groups and two far right. Arc 13 pretty much censored the internet. Kind of stuff had worldwide implications. Completely, yeah. And this is, I mean, it's times like this where I think we should really have like an international like internet committee or committee or something, or like an international internet agency, like overwatching and protecting like the internet, essentially, kind of like with a lot of elements of net neutrality plus other type of policies too. I mean, because like with this type of shit that has such negative ramifications, like this, like I mean, it would have to be like a review board or something, or like a court or whatever. When shit is too contentious or too problematic, it gets challenged in the Internet Committee Court or something. I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean, that never seems to be brought up as an idea ever. It's like, well, if we have like an international agency that deals with issues, relating to the internet and the, social medias and technology and shit. Or just, I have to say for Europe, or one of the best of the rest of the world. Or just censor everything. Yeah, it's bad, dude. I'm nihilistic, man. It's just like, I look at this shit, and it's like, oh. The thing is, like, a lot of this, like, my pessimism and nihilism and shit, like, my cynicalism, it's more of, like, what's behind it, at least for me, is the sense of just disappointment more than anything. It's like, I mean, because I don't hate humanity in its core of what it is, but, I mean, I hate what it can do, essentially, is, I guess, the best way to put it. I hate what we've done and what we can do, from the course of our history. And I guess that's the whole point of that, because it's like, we have so much shit in our past and history that we can learn from, and yet, we don't, and two, we seem to be worse and off in a lot of different ways than we were just fucking just scavenging berries and shit. It's like, oh, great. Because they didn't have to worry about bills and whether they're going to get exploited by Wall Street and get medically bankrupt and then die of some terminal cancer. The worst they had to deal with, if they broke their foot, they're going to die in the shrubs and probably get mauled by a saber tooth or some shit, dude. So that sounds better than dying of like slow agony suffering or some shit. At least I become a meal for something else, and plus I can fight back if I want. So if I want, at that point, I just give up and become a meal. I'd be like, here's my neck, go for it. But yeah, like, it's just utter sheer disappointment and just misanthropy, because there's just, I mean, we should be farther than what we are right now. I mean, we should be way farther technologically, socially, and economically, than what we are right now. I mean, we really should, and yet we're not. Like, I mean, that's just perplexing to me. That's just one of my, I think, biggest disappointments is we could be in a totally different situation right now, but yet, because of this whole system, we just choose not to. Not even necessarily choose, but we just don't. It's just that they just never, just because of how it just morphed into what it is. Nothing. It's like in this continuous cycle. It's gonna be, and definitely would be in humanity if we continue it. Probably will. Shame that religion is still prevalent. Oh man. Like the more I delve into that, the more I become like anti like theistic. Not even just simply like you know, just, you know, just a total disinterest so a belief. You know, now I'm just like, this is a genuine, like, this is, that's part of the reason why we should be farther. And we're not. That's one of them. And that one, I mean, like, this is why every time, like, whenever, like, Tyler brings up, like, Abrahamist, quote unquote, religions and whatever, and his disdain, it's just like, why not all of them? Get rid of those. There's going to be more that sprout up in its place. I mean, I remember on a Ideology last night on their stream that went on for 4 hours and was fucking legendary. They were talking about this, and Paul made that great point about, like, yeah, you get rid of, yeah, like, if I could snap my fingers and get rid of, like, oh, Islam or something, you know, there's just gonna be another religion that just takes that place and becomes either more fanatical or just as than that. So, you know, you can never really get rid of, just because you get rid of one. It's kind of like, you know, the whole drug war thing. You deal with one drug dealer, there's another one in its place, and they're probably worse off, and they're probably way worse than the one you just dealt with, because they knew that, hey, some guy got whacked here. I should probably have extra defense and a little extra, you know, power with me just in case something happens. So, I would say the same analogy applies with this. Like, I mean, so, like, that's why I think, you know, it needs to be encouraged to just, you know, keep it very personalized in your closet, essentially, or simply dedoctrinate people, like, you know, like, do the reverse indoctrination. Lots of people to believe it. Lots of people believe it. Billions of things that they would otherwise be slashed for. Nah. You have an issue you're up? Yes and no. Because it still is, when you have organizations like the Catholic Church very prevalent in Europe still, and everywhere in the world. But at the same time, you are right, because just religious belief in general in Europe is on the decline, and just in general, most people just aren't, just are none or NA, you know, just, they don't affiliate with anything at all. They just don't care for the most part. They're like, yeah, I'm living, I'm doing my thing, I'm enjoying life, I'm being comfortable, I'm a human being living on this place, whatever, doing my thing. Just kind of shrug it off and whatever, you know, but, which is, in the end of the day, that's how I am. Like, I mean, like, I never think about this type of stuff on just a normal day-to-day basis. I never ever think about it, because it's not important to me. Like, the idea is utterly irrelevant, because it has no place in my mind. There's no place for it, so I just leave it out entirely. Prevalence varies amongst European countries. It's not that simple. Yeah, that's why I say yes and no, because you still have organizations. I made the Catholic Church as an example, but there's other organizations, of course, like the Orthodox Church is another one, but they're not as big, of course. But, you know, there's other churches and organizations out there, and you know, they depending on where you go, it does vary. But there are places like, I remember with the Czech Republic, I think like 60% of their population is, it's 50. It's, I think, about like 60% like none or non-affiliated. So there are countries that are, it's not an issue at all. But for some countries, they are, like for Poland, for example, they're still pretty religious. So it just depends where you go in Europe. You might as well be. Yeah, I would say probably agnostic, but I get your point. That is still problematic. Yeah, like, I think one thing right off the bat is that just religious institutions should be taxed, because I don't know why they are exempt, at least in the U.S. That's just, they don't get it passed. Like, they shouldn't, at least. And but like, that's just why See, the only time for me when it becomes a problem is when they attempt to indoctrinate further. It's when they try to indoctrinate other people and try to push it amongst others, instead of just staying in their own little place, doing their own thing, or going to their own little places of, where they go to or whatever to do their stuff. Different names for their buildings for different groups and different styles of and different names for their little things that they do depending on what they are stuff. So just insert religion, insert the name of their building, and then insert their stuff, that they do. So I don't mind when they're doing that. It's when they're out. It's very promised because of PVs when they have faith criticized. Yeah. And my main thing is, if you feel confident in your belief, then why are you so threatened at challenges against them when people make a challenge to it? To the point where you have to be so reactionary to that idea. It's like, chill, be people and discuss type of thing. And to be fair, there's a lot of people that are respectful enough to do that, but there's like 50 billion more people that aren't like that aren't them. Not like religious leaders are trying to get the Supreme Court to legalize using religion as excuse to violate anti-discrimination laws. Yeah, which is very problematic, and hence why, like, honestly, at this point, I wouldn't mind the state discouraging the belief of anything at this point. It's just absolutely problematic at this point. I find it more of a problem than, like, third wave feminism or anything else or whatever. Or any other current modern issues of today. Because this one's been around for a long time. For a very long time. I want to say the dawn of man, but for a while. Probably somewhere in between that and now. It's supposed to be neutral? Not neutral, secular. And secular is the separation of church and state, which isn't neutral. Neutral would just be, there wouldn't be any opinion whether or not the state would be secular or not. It's just neutral to the idea. It's tuning delusional or stupid or both. Yeah, they are. And you know what? I participated in that type of stuff.
Partner, hold your space to the last. You said, but that's okay. We'll get it back.
And when I've done those, guess what? I never ever once in my life, even when I was, thought that I was eating that. I was just only doing it because I had a cracker and a little thing of juice that I get to drink. So I was like, I get a little quick snack, a little fill me up. Okay. But it's just like, it surprises me how many people go there totally 100% serious thinking that. And that just, and there isn't mentioned. Yeah, they're right. And the thing is, if we're supposed, at least in a secular state, we're supposed to be teaching science. That idea totally contradicts the science on that point. And that's why it's problematic. When children are getting, like, essentially brought up onto these very fundamentalist ideas, and then their kids are now being taught reality, and then also now this extreme fundamentalist ideas, and now they're getting conflicted in their head. That to me is problematic. Like, they should be actually getting a proper education, not this delusional bumble weird bullshit. I'm religious. It should focus on governing, and that includes with religious bullshit, because you have to deal with religious institutes in your own state as well. If they get out of hand or start becoming problematic, in a sense, then you have to deal with them. Like, I mean, there's various different examples of of different, cults, for example, or different, militant religious organizations that have kind of propped up. I wouldn't say militant in a sense like Al Qaeda or something, but have a lot of guns and are, kind of could potentially do, attacks and shit. Like, I would say that the government should probably step in and deal with that type of problem, where you got a fundamentalist religious organization starting to be, like, for example, starting to stockpile weapons. The government should definitely step in on that. Like, it's not just, oh, they're spreading their, ideology. It's about what other actions they're taking on top of that. Like, what else besides just spreading their ideology are they doing? Are they actually attempting to, like, instill some, narrative or some agenda for themselves? Are they actually just harmless? Are they actually trying to do an attack, or are they trying to make people radicalized so they do attacks and not necessarily the organization themselves? Like, you have to take into account to what they are doing, just as much as we're taking into account that there people who or organizations or people that that potentially come in the country that could be potential threats, or or who are also here still, who are deemed that might be potential threats or whatever. And that's kind of going on a whole bigger, broader aspect. But like, I mean, a part of governing is governing your people, and your people are going to follow religious organizations, and you got to make sure that these religious organizations aren't radicalizing and making your people extremists or whatever, and making them wanting to go strap a bomb on them and go blow up your government building or something. Steve Anderson is probably sitting in an underground cell full of fuel, oil, fertilizer. Yeah, like with Steven Anderson, like, that guy is, I mean, there's nothing really much you can do about him, but one, he should be taxed, his organization, for one, and two, like, I mean, he should at least be put into question, like, into what he's actually trying to push as a narrative, because he obviously is radical and an extremist. So, like, what else besides just extremist, horrible shit that he says? Like, when the cameras are off, is he talking about how his flock should be, stockpiling weapons for the great, for the great revolution, or the great, what they will probably call, like, the great, coming or something? I don't know what they'll call it. It's just like, it's those type of things that get put into question for me. So I don't really think Islam's such a big threat, because we got so many, institutions that claim to be Christian, or like Methodist, or like with all these different subsects claim to be for a certain thing, but are more just cult-like Jonestown or Heaven's Gate. Doc talks to you telepathically. You've lost your mind. You've also lost your mind if you think that's your type of. It's called being a schizophrenic at that point. If you think like your dog talks to you, you're schizophrenic, and you should probably be in an institution. The idea is believed by the billions doesn't make it any less irrational or insane. Yeah, it doesn't. And the thing is, like, with a lot of these people, they themselves aren't irrational, but, like, for some reason, there'll just be times where logic off, rationality off, out the window, and then it's just there's nothingness, and it's just like, how that to me is what that's what I especially question, because that to me never happens. Like, I never have like this rationality off, logic off. I never have that. It's always on to me. I can't think any other way. Like, I mean, I always look at, like, I'm a Vulcan when it comes to, like, humans and shit, dude. I'm like an alien. Like, if you want to think aliens exist, look at me. Like, I think like a fucking Vulcan with the emotions, So it's just like, I always try to apply, like, like what would be the logic or rationale for, analyzing a certain thing. So, like, when, like, my thing is just like, how does it, like, shut off? I mean, do they even really know? Because if it's about, like, if you can know if you are or not, then that would be one thing. But, like, if you don't know, then what I just said earlier is probably bullshit anyway. But like, that's what really ponders me about, I think, the whole thing. And also just with other shit like anti-vaxxers or like climate change denials or flat earthers or people who think the moon landing is fake and shit. Like, all these crazy things. It's like, for some people that I will listen to when they talk about the shit or suddenly pop it up in conversation, like, for example, my sister's she thinks the moon landing was faked. Not necessarily going to the moon, just the moon landings, like with people on it. And she also, believes in chemtrails and shit. It's just like, oh, it's like you're very rational, very, you know, like very, caring, very care thinking person. Like, like, but and and you definitely like think about shit and analyze shit and really, try to like step outside of your own perspective on things. But as soon as it was like with this stuff, it's like, well, so I'm just like, that it just never made sense to me, man. Never does. Just I really. It sounds. Yeah, too. So, I mean, my dad isn't, but yeah, that's why it never gets brought up. I just looked up chemtrails. Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's stuff that's been debunked, dude. It's it's just it's shit you would think like. I think I lost some brain cell. Yeah. Like, when I first delved into it, I initially could understand. I at least can. You think it's at least with chemtrails, I can understand where they come from. It doesn't mean it's still dumb, and it doesn't make it any less absurd, you know? At least with some arguments and some theories, I can at least understand where they come from, but it still doesn't make it any less irrational. Good night, I'm tired. Alright, Arove. Have fun with chemtrails are just George Soros fluoride estrogen. What the fuck? What? Oh my god. Oh, I just had to burst out there for a sec. Irrational laughter. Oh man. But oh man. But anyway, have a good night, Carl. Have fun with your war crimes in the meantime. You should. We don't talk much about your war crimes anymore, man. It's a bummer, dude. I mean, I know you have to still be lobbying for Lockheed Martin, or was it Halliburton? I know Halliburton was with Dick Cheney, but I mean, I don't know if you were associated with him that much, or if you decided to go your own way. I don't know. But, oh well. We need to definitely talk about, I know there was some weapon deals with Saudi Arabia and shit. I am the architect. I know, man. That's why we need to, like, you saw Tom. We kind of bled out of that for a bit. It's just like, damn, son. Damn, son. Alien Ignar lol.
You rose that late, 12:45 again. I'm taking pills for a bit.
Didn't you say earlier one more game and I'm going to bed?
I'm gonna take a pill, but then I realize if I win this game, I bring my ranks up to 88.0. So
Nice.
I'm trying to jump back.
Damn, that hit kind of got me a bit.
Well, thank you.
Huh?
I understand, you know, what I needed.
Come on, Chizat. I know you got something cooking up right now. I know there's something cooking up in that Chizats. There we go. What emoji is that even? A potato? A potato? Alright, I think that's a potato. I'm pretty sure that was a potato. You just called me a fucking potato. You called me a potato. This is best the chat can cook up. Potato ignore. Wow. Oh. Damn, son. Shame. Shame, shame, shame. Oh, Savon, I think I found something that you might cringe to worse than chemtrails. Look up the simulation theory. That one's a treat. That one's fun. Gay unicorns. That one I could at least appreciate. You know, you can never go wrong with a gay unicorn. But yeah, the simulation theory is pretty funny. Like basically, like think of Sims 3, but you're the Sims. And it's you know what? Like I entertained the thought for a while. And I've like, here's my consensus with simulation theory. Whether it's true or not, we still have the laws of reality. And they ain't going to change. So essentially, whether that is a factor or not is irrelevant. That's pretty much my consensus.
Good game, Al. Alright. 80.58. That's good.
Hey, there you go.
Started with 7-6. So I had a good night tonight. I don't think I lost a game.
Shit, that's good then.
But last night I lost every fucking game there was. I thought I was worried about my skills. Everything
I mean,
else.
it's not really your skill. It's just who you get played with. I mean, you just... And also, it's what cards you get, too.
Oh, yeah, definitely it is.
It's not really... I mean, it's just how it happened. Like, some days when I go to the bar play pool, I'm just, like, some days I'm just shit. And then some days I'm kicking ass. Like, I'll be scoring, like, 3 balls in a row. Like, literally, like, 1 shot, 3 balls going type of thing, like, multiple times. Like... There'll be like crazy shit like that happening, and then some days I just won't make a damn hit, and I'll be scratching. I'll be like hitting the 8 ball instead, or some dumb thing happening. It's just like, you know, like at least for that point, that's a little bit more aligned towards skill. But for like other games, it just really depends. Like it could just be the mojo. Maybe it's just not the right time. You know, it's also the players you're hooked up with. Maybe they're just, you know, got their groove on,
Right.
but you don't, you know.
Doctor tomorrow.
Oh boy. I got one more day, then I got a mini weekend, but
Cool.
I'll go by Trader Jose's and turn that thing in and
Right,
see
yeah.
what's up. See what's up with them. And then from there, I think I'll. What else can I do on Tuesday?
Oh, no, I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm gonna be kicking it with Harley too. Oh no, wait, that's Monday night. And then
What's he been? I haven't seen him in a while.
it's just been working hardcore, and then just mainly just been doing that, and for most part, from what I could tell. So I'm having a snow/ice storm here with 15 degrees. I didn't ask you to keep that weather over there. It's negative 20 degrees here. Yeah, you should probably bring that weather to him. I think he'd appreciate the 15 degrees versus negative 20. To be fair. Though, is that in Celsius or is that in Fahrenheit? Because I'm trying to mentally switch over to the metric. I know that sounds weird, but I am, okay? Fuck you. Imperial's stupid. Simulation theory is unnecessary bullshit, though. There's a current way to prove or disprove using its scientific method. Supposedly you can, there was, I think there's a scientist that proved that there is, like, a code, essentially, where it would, where there's, like, like, this, I think the scientist, like, was able to, like, hypotheticalize or find essentially like a code of like the universe, essentially like a binary code type of system. So I mean, you're technically right, but for me, like, I don't know, like on a scientific aspect it really just doesn't make sense to me. But what really got me to think about it more was thinking about it on a philosophical sense. And that's where it kind of opened me up more to it. It's like, oh, okay. And, you know, like, I don't know, like, because for me, like, I'll have to, like, look more into the science, at least the science that tries to support it, and try to, because you know, that's one thing I never really could find, so I'm going to try to find some of that, too, and, you know, but again, like, I don't think my consensus will change either way, which is, either way, I think the whole thing is kind of irrelevant to think about, because even if we are, well, nothing changes about our reality and how we perceive it and how it goes on, so no matter what, like, that won't change. Unless the simulator decides to alter it in some way. If it's true, but again, they got a whole universe to look at in the simulation, so I don't think they're going to be paying attention to little ol' us. Legitimate physicists actually studied it. Yeah, that's why I have to, like, look into it a little more, because I don't, like, because for me, at least with just, like, the knowledge I know, with what I currently know, at least, you know, it just doesn't make sense to me, at least scientifically, or, you know, but again, like, I know it is, like, that's why I think why it's a legitimate theory is because it's because of, like, you know, it doesn't really change the fact of how our reality is, really. I mean, the way we will perceive it will slightly alter because the fact that we're in a simulation would alter it, but I think beyond that it really wouldn't have much of a change because we're just, I mean, at least to our daily lives. So, you know, like, for me at least, I don't know. I don't think it matters one way or the other, but either way, I still don't think that we are in a simulation. I think reality is just literally fucking reality. And there's a proposal to gather evidence. I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean, I'm not against that. I'm not against it. Like, I wouldn't. necessarily have it funded via the agency, but maybe the agency can have a public fund, and then people can raise up the money necessary to research it. And then, I mean, maybe I guess it doesn't matter. I mean, I guess I'd be okay with it. I mean, because again, I think either way, whether we prove or disprove the theory, I don't think it matters. And even then, isn't our own universe in the definitional sense a simulation either way? Like, because it's going through this essentially a pretty regimented process that's chaotic in nature, but but when it comes together and solidifies, becomes a pretty organized beauty. And when you look into cosmos and look at all these galaxies, universes, essentially, university teams. Okay, all right. Well, yeah, but anyway, oh well, whatever. Anyway, still, but yeah, like I mean, what was I just about to say? This is the point I was making earlier about looking off while I do my thought points. But fuck, whatever. It was about oh yeah, about how our universe, in a sense, like theoretically already is, because the why I think that is just or at least why I would at least kind of like apply it is pretty much a simulation would imply finite resources on a host system. I mean, I don't know. Like, I think it could also imply that there could be infinite resources too, because couldn't the simulation just have a repeat loop on the respawning of or replenishing of certain resources or something? So I mean, I think it could be applied in both ways. Divide the universe into enough discrete points. Universe is well, absolutely massive, but I mean, it does. I mean, it does definitely have fluctuations in density. Essentially, like there are some parts of the universe that isn't as dense compared to other parts of the universe. Like there's literal parts of the universe where there's just big blotches of nothingness, practically, in comparison to where the average would be across the whole universe. For the less dense regions, even specifically. So I mean, there's that's what I think. I think this just kind of is an underlying point to we just don't understand our universe, and we're never going to, because of how massive and infinite it is. We can only really grasp so little of what we know just in our own solar system and what's around us and what we can observe. Because, I mean, even on our own little planet, we don't see the entire universe, or not even our entire Milky Way galaxy either. So, I mean, there's always that, like, potential to we're never really gonna, like, totally really know if we are or not. I mean, with so being so massive and so expansive, that alone is incomprehensible, and trying to understand all that alone is just very incomprehensible. Come on, speed up, Chizats. Fuck. Jeff Rose. Great. Come on. There we go. Mess it. But rather, Gavin's innocent for or against it. Potential for technologies that we don't have. Wait, hold on. How are we going to account for the potential technologies that we don't have? I don't know. Like, when it, with that, I mean, I think the only way we an account for the potential technologies we don't currently have. It's just to develop and research into those type of technologies. Best way I could put that. Set all message visible. God, what the fuck? YouTube just wants to be really slow with what it wants to do today or tonight. Come on. Wow. Wow. It's just not pulling up anything now. Not one of these little buttons wants to cooperate. Tremendous. Tremendous. I think my chat froze. I've been sitting here waiting for it to update, and it's just totally frozen. Fun.
You lose connection or what?
No, my chat's frozen and none of the buttons want to work at all. So, as far as I could tell, I'm still streaming, I think. Wow. YouTube just took a shit really bad right there. I don't know if this goes before you discuss now. Rest totally reality. It's not the only one. Press multiple realities on different dimensional planes. I just replaced dimensional planes with multi-universe, like a multiverse. Then I'd say, yeah, I think that's possible, because we don't really know much of dimensions besides, like, what's beyond R3 that we definitely know about, and then a potential fourth that we vaguely can conceive of and try to theorize about. Beyond that, we don't know. And it's only really hypotheticalized as 11. So, who knows, you know? And we can't even comprehend the other 5 to 11. String theory. Yeah, that's pretty much what that is. String theory. Which is what I don't necessarily agree with, but multiverse theory I do. Like, I think that's a possibility. I think, you know, I mean, whether it is or not, again, like, that's kind of another thing that would, in a philosophical sense, is irrelevant, because, like, if we could barely comprehend what's in our own current universe, then there's no way we're going to be able to comprehend the fact there's other universes with their own laws of physics and laws of reality and laws of gravity, etc., etc. Probably different laws of physics and shit. They probably just have things are probably totally different there. What you looking for? Oh, just your jars and boodoos, little buddies. I just realized that'd be a good little phrase, you know, to use in
What's
like, you know, during like the black market area. Hey, I need to find my buddies.
Really?
Yeah. Hey, I need to find my buddies. You know who I'm talking about? Oh yeah, I know your buddies. Yeah. I think I know where they are. Yeah, I can link up a few with them. Yeah, I can hit them up. Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, definitely.
All right, cool. Yeah, let's link up. All right, where you want to link? All right, yeah. With my buddy. Yeah, with our buddies. Yeah, we'll link up over here. Cool. Meet you there.
Our keyboard was Bob.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it was. I'm sure somewhere that was their keyword, but like everywhere has their own keyword.
definitely.
Every little person has their own little keyword. Like every guy has their thing. It's not. There's not.
Is Julie there? Hey, Julie. Okay, yeah. When do you think Julie's going to be back in? I need to really talk to her.
Right. How do we?
No, Bob's not here. We haven't seen Bob in a couple of weeks.
Damn.
What happened to Bob, man?
I don't know. I think he said he was off on a trip to to another country, but you haven't heard much back from him since.
You brought Bear back in before I come back in town, then. That's out on the road, man.
Yeah.
That's traveling. What happened next? Let's go.
Yeah. Stretch.
I wasn't so shy, I thought about putting the help wanted sign on my door or something, even though we never did.
Oh, with a what sign?
I need assistant photographer.
Yeah. Yeah, like that. So when you're out and about, it'll be like, hey, people can hit you up on it.
No, in other words, they came to my motel room.
Yeah.
So I should put a note there,
to let them know, but like, hey, this is where we're at. Method night. Stay thirsty, my friends. Stay thirsty, my friends. Oh, War Pigs is on. Damn. Epic. Missing out on that one's fun. Just keep warm. Yeah, for real, dude. I mean, I'm a little, like, the worst I have to deal is just wind chills. And it's just kind of cold because it's open skies. Like, the winter storms have moved eastward. And now we're suffering. Now Stefan has to suffer. That's the instruction. Means the blast be burning. Cause your pigs keep turning. Is kind. Rushing their brainwashed minds. Hello, Jeff. I almost was tempted to wear my Black Sabbath shirt today, but I'm just wearing my Anthrax shirt. Damn. Should have. Hello, Jack. Politicians got themselves away. They only started a war. Hold on to the fight. They only started just for fun. Yeah. Still, this song still holds so much truth to this day, dude. Man, when bands were ahead of their time and still are like ahead of their time even today, shit's fucked. Like when like even people like I actually found out some interesting stuff about Charles Darwin actually, like even how much like people like him back then were ahead of their time, because I found out that he was an abolitionist, and during his time, England and Europe in general was still was still endorsing slavery and shit. But he grew up having a black teacher, and just kind of grew up, was thinking that, hey, if we're in these civilized states, people here who are civilized should be free and shit, just because on their basis of their skin shouldn't apply. Right, because in context in his books and his writings and stuff, he would talk about savages or uncivilized people, but it wouldn't be based off of ethnics. It'd just be based off their culture. Like the North Sentinelese and shit, how they will basically, anyone trying to go on that island will pretty much get killed because they're very defensive of their land and whatever. And, to us, that's seen as pretty savage because they still got bows, spears, and shit, and are pretty brutal in their sense of, going to battle with somebody. But, of course, to our eyes, that's just seen as savage. So it was kind of the same thing then, too. I mean, and there's also just so many other people throughout history that were ahead of their time. But, in these stances, even who else, back in those days, was, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, Hitchens, George Carlin, for sure.
No, not George Carlin.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't think anyone, who's alive today, who's, 20 years old or older, if you're, 20 years old or older, you have to at least have heard the name George Carlin,
Mm-hmm.
that guy, was a pretty big, figure. And
Richard Pryor and
yeah, and also what was Bill Hicks too. And these are all just random comedians I'm even mentioning too. I'm not even just talking about random figures,
the
but
guy from New York was Andrew Dice Clay.
I haven't actually heard that guy.
Huh?
I actually haven't heard of that one.
Yeah, Andrew Dice Clay. He's a little off the wall.
Oh yeah, I do like Off the Walls. So I do. There was one guy I remember you showed me. Because he had his own little radio thing. What was it? I remember he showed it to me. Man, I forget. I don't know why I'm forgetting it right now. But, whatever. But yeah. I mean, who else would be who else I mean, there's so many different names that I could think of that I could think of, that could be, but. If we, but going into more obscure names and shit would, start getting a little bit, relative at that point.
I like Ray Stevens.
Oh, Ray Stevens. Yeah, that's another one. That's another one I haven't heard too much over, but I've heard some, but not a lot.
It's more comedy, country comedy.
Oh yeah, Carl Sagan. Oh, there's another one, Carl Sagan. Yeah, that guy. That was another one who was ahead of his time too. That guy was quote saying that he would smoke weed. Yeah, actually, I would like to have it on a little bit. Yeah. But but he was quoted to say he would smoke weed with his wife like regular people would drink fine wines. He thought it was very absurd that marijuana, especially, was prohibited and illegal.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and he's a scientist too. He actually because when he was working with NASA, they made him sign agreement to not smoke weed, basically. And he's like, well, what's the meaning of this? I don't have to sign a pledge to not murder my coworkers or not rape them or something. Why do I have to sign a pledge to not why? What's the meaning of this? I mean, he basically was thought some with a little bit of logic on the whole thing. It's this makes no sense. Why? No, this is I'm gonna sign it, but I'm not gonna follow it. Pretty much type of thing.
So.
Hush, hush, don't give a shit. Fuck you. Yeah. All right, have a good night.
You
too. Oh, you're reading stuff 5 minutes after we type it because I'm having conversations with people. Okay, good sir. This isn't all just about you, good sir. I'm just kidding, but. I mean, these streams are meant to go back and forth between you guys and whoever I talk with and shit. Last night when there wasn't really anyone around, or at least when I was looking, there wasn't. Me and Tyler were having a discussion, just going back and forth. So I mean, it's just how the stream goes and how the stream goes, bro. The black hole 7 minutes. Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if the black holes necessarily have an answer. We just haven't discovered their true nature. It's not really answers to anything. It's just we haven't really understood their nature and understood the true functions of how they all entirely work. And we don't even know what's inside a black hole, and the only way to know is if we stuck something inside of that. And as far as we know, nothing comes out. So it's very vague what we're going to be able to discover about black holes. And I don't know if we're going to have the proper technology with, you know, to deal with the strong gravitational pulls and effects that it's going to have. So I mean, it'd really be it'd be really fascinating to see how that would work, but with our current technology, there's nothing that's going in there, and that's ever going to tell us anything because we're never going to ever know, ever. Like as soon as it goes inside that black hole, it's never coming back, ever. So we don't know right now. We can only just try to make the technology, or at least try to research technology to do that, and that's not in our lifetimes. Not my, especially not mine. Damn black and white. You grew up with the black and white, and now you strive for the color. I grew up in color, and now strive for the black and white. Interesting how that works. Interesting how it does. I like it. Once I get a cam for my for doing the videos, I'm making sure I have a black and white filter. In fact, I'm gonna have all sorts of insane filters every time I do it. Every time you see my face on a video I'd make, you're gonna see some insane fucking filters. I love filters. They're fun. They're very fun. I like the ones you can customize yourself. Those ones are awesome. I had a really strong like smack of that. Like, damn. Strong little smack. Smack. Because you can only see things in black and white. This needs to be fucking closer to me, man. I'm not feeling it. Ah. Go inside my sleeve, heat. Ah. This is nice. That's nice. Brah. Brah. No, you're not getting it for a time. What am I not getting? What am I not getting? I must have missed it. Damn. Guess I didn't get it, huh? Guess I just didn't get it. This side was really cold. I had to flip my little neck heater. Long hair is actually nice. It provides to be a nice little neck heater. Type 408, you get 415. Weird. Huh. Yeah, I think YouTube's just being fucking weird right now. YouTube's been weird for like the last couple days now, dude. Ugh. But you know what? YouTube's always been fucking weird because they're dumb. So, oh well. Time is it anyway? 1:17. It's not too bad though. It's not actually too bad at all. So, I know what I am gonna do though. Fuck this. Actually, I do want to hear Mick Crazy Bitch say some shit. Let's try out this little radio. Let's see what this is all about.
Johnson is intervened and arrested the two brawling individuals. They both ended up paying several $100s in fines. Yeah, oh my gosh, this is the best in the history of the world. I love the creativity. I love it. Love the creativity.
I love your blonde bitch voice.
Angry.
Yeah.
Your blonde bitch voice just sounds
You're hangry. You're hangry.
hangry. Hangry?
Meteor buffet. Come for the crab legs. Stay for the fist fights. Fencing with Tongs 101 next Friday at Meteor Buffet.
I'm going
So
to.
great. Really want to go there now. So I'm gonna make a note. I'm so gonna go here.
Work boots.
Dude, right? You need to wear the. What are the little things that make you look like a buff that you wear when
I'm
you're
gonna move some shit around real quick.
Yeah, you look. Yeah, thank you. You dress up like a beekeeper to fence. Like you're hitting bees with your stick that you stick. I don't know. I am amazed by.
We're gonna be up here this time.
Myself before I would cut
We're up
anything
here
else,
this
so
time,
I love
guys.
the idea of it. Really love the idea.
Moving this fucking box. There we go.
Anyway, that
Cool.
example, I tried to do that once and it made my husband nervous. Like, it makes him nervous when I try to use power tools. Like, if I'm in his toolbox,
Gee, I wonder why.
there's an alarm that goes off somewhere in our house.
An alarm goes off in your house when you use power tools. Gee, I wonder why he's nervous when you use power tools.
Now, granted, he may actually have a legitimate reason to fear that because I put a hole in the wall, but that's
Oh my god, you put holes in the wall. Oh my god, yeah, you have a reason. He has a reason. I'm on your husband's side now, bitch. Wow. I sympathize with your husband now. I have empathy.
Your phone call coming up. Open Swing Friday, 844-344 Dana. And we got mail back at hey next hour.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's a Sunday, so it's a rerun. She's rerunning a Monday or a Friday show. Damn.
OutdoorLimited.com and check out everything that they have. They have discounting.
Oh wow, now she's shilling some bullshit. She's shilling some shit. Great. I love it when she shills shit.
Wider selection of ammunition. Everything is listed as in stock.
The widest selection of ammunition. You can buy your armor-piercing cop killer bullets. You can buy your hollow point bullets. You can buy your hunting bullets. You can go buy your explosive bullets. You can go buy your incendiary bullets. You can go buy your shrapnel bullets. You can go buy all the bullets. A wide range of ammunition and bullets.
All of the great prices at OutdoorLimit.com.
Not honestly, I want to carry the way if you know someone's
It's only March, and
selling those, but
this year. Cosplay,
licenses.
Cuomo, Ocasio-Cortez,
That's
Kamala Harris, all promoting infanticide, running businesses out of New York, and so much more. Their progressive agenda. Major corporations under your mouth every day are using their buying power to steer
No,
towards
no, 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 no. No, you are a dumb bitch. No one is pushing infanticide. That is murder. You are a dumb fuck. No one's endorsing it, you stupid cunt. You delusional, insane fuck. Ugh. Ugh.
fees. Join me and switch to Patriot Mobile
Jesus.
today. PatriotMobile.com.
Patriot Mobile.
Auto accident? Did you use a body shop that insurance company?
They don't endorse infanticide like AOC or Kamala Harris, who are totally on different political spectrums. Ah.
Second time and making sure the insurance pays the cost. I can save 100
Patriot Mobile conservatism.
structural use a discount shop.
George Soros.
Problems. I can help. Give me a call. Waves. We work for you, not the insurance company. Hey, it's Lawrence. Don't get overcharged for your teenager's driver's insurance. BizNet Insurance has some of the best teenage driver rates in the area.
Goes to another dimension, we can
Insurance
say.
today. 503-635-4480.
Does it though? We don't know that.
Get a no-obligation auto and
Basically connects you to get it before you're gone, lol.
BizNet Insurance proudly represents PIMCO Insurance. Call BizNet
Or am I already gone?
3544. Visit their website.
Am I or am I not?
It's BISNETT, biznet.com, and tell them Lars sent
This
you.
is actually gonna strangely fucking fit with my jacket right now, is it?
Revolution Hall on
Oh god, I look like a fucking Ted Nugent fan. I look like I should be at a Ted Nugent concert now. I keep forgetting that table's that close.
And Lonnie Ho.
I don't need it this close anymore, actually. Yeah, I look like I should be in a Ted Nugent concert. Alright, well, I'm getting rid of this hat because I shouldn't be in a Ted Nugent concert. Bandito. No te digas mío, bandito. He drinks water so weirdly. He, like, goes over to the most far edge of the bowl and he just does this. He doesn't even, like, lick it, like, water. He's like, I'm gonna, like, test taste it every time. Like, the tongue barely sticks out. It's kind of funny, but kind of cute. Just sits there and nice little fat ball, just like. This is like, what are you doing, kitty? It's like, you're not even, like, this cat's not a cat. It's like a cougar, dude. And at the same time, he's not even a cougar. He's not even a cat. It's like, not even a feline, but yeah, he's a feline. He's a little beastlet. That's what he is. It's just a little man kitty. It's like, it's a fat little thing. It's a fat cat. It's a fat cat. But not like the oil barons. Not like the oil baron fat cats. Those ones we need to eat. We should eat them up. That'd be delicious. But it's so fat and juicy. A little closer. Damn, my charge ain't doing too bad at all. That's good. That is good. Not that it means much by this point. It is. Whoa, wow. 2222. Well, now it's 2225 going on, but you know what? I think when it hits that 230 mark in about 7 minutes, I think that could be a good little stop point. Had a lot of interesting conversations, so pretty good. Pretty good today. Proud of everybody. Or am I? Or am I just proud that you all just didn't become degenerates? I really want... I'm going back. I'm definitely going to look back at the last stream and try to find this troll, dude. Like, that's... Oh, man, when Carl mentioned that, I'm like, really? Alright, cool. Another one. Another one! I should just mod that troll and just, like, hey, what's up? Oh, shit, yeah, you're a mod. Yeah. Trolls on you, bitch. Oh, that'd be interesting. I'd just demod him right afterwards and ban him once I saw him, but it'd be funny either way. I'm pretty sure we'll meet this person again. Because he snuck in, wasn't acknowledged, and left. So, this person's going to want to come back and get a reaction out of me. Guaranteed. Probably watching right now. Not literally right now, but after the stream. And if you are a good little troll, come back. It'll be fun. It will be entertaining, dude. Like, I know I'm talking about banning you, but it's because, like, that's just so low. Like, you can't even, like, really? That's the best, like, that's the best that was brought upon. Like, at least with the anti-marijuana people those trolls, at least them, they at least had, like, a point. That's just nonsense. So, let's have it. Let's hash it out. Then I'll ban you. Oh my god, the torture, I can take no more. No color, now hat. Oh god, help me. Well, I don't know why YouTube is sending that chat so late. Like, yeah, like, because I was like, yeah, I'm not wearing this Ted Nugent hat. I mean, I have, like, a Western hat, but that one just exceptionally looks like I would be in a Ted Nugent concert. Like, look, hey, like, the thing is, I actually like One brim off to the side. I like the Aussie style where one's like off down and the other one's up. I like that kind of style. Not when it's all like this. This just makes me feel like I should be at a Ted Nugent concert, dude. It's like, come on, man. I mean, like, it will have to, I'll have to, like, I mean, it works with what I'm wearing, to be fair, but I would have to be, like, in the South or something. Then I could get away with it. I couldn't do that up here. I'd just be looked at. Torture alert. Indeed. Indeed it is. I'm gonna have to take a piss now. Really? We're like 5 minutes away, and now I have to do that? No. No. I will not yield. Probably not the greatest idea, but you're just gonna be seeing me do a dance then. And that'll be fun to watch, wouldn't it? Watch me do the crazy dance while I sit here for 5 more minutes. Well, 4 now, but... What's this? This book here. Oh, yeah, it's that Bible that I had here when me and Tyler were drunk. Had liquid courage and decided to go criticize and heavily analyze and challenge scriptures and have Robert there, but strangely he didn't really participate. So we're gonna have to do that again and try to get him to participate more. I think it has to be earlier in the day where he's not really like zoned out trying to listen to his show or whatever. So well, I think that's when I'll have to do it. Or just have him literally come in my room and just talk about shit. Like, hey, yeah, me and Tyler talking about this shit. Come in here. You know, want your input about some shit and whatever, or what you think. Because, I mean, you live here with me and shit. I mean, you don't... Like, we've had our beefs or whatever, you know, with this shit. But I think this would be a great opportunity to do so in a less aggressive manners, I would say. So, sit down, have a chizats. But... can't really just pop in here and just do that and then try to encourage him by giving him a drink. Be like, hey, here's a drink. It's good shit. By the way, you know, about that. It's just like, kind of came in with an obvious narrative, so I have to do it with, like, a different way. I have to look at the same one. Me neither, so... I mean, to be fair, I mean, you weren't really there entirely, so it could have been afterwards. Could have been when you were gone. When there wasn't really anyone there. Maybe Carl popped in after stream and saw the live chat and went, oh, a troll popped in. Didn't notice him at all. Okay. So. Either way, it's still funny, though. It's like, okay. Okay. That's what was said. Okay. I'm not really phased at it. It's just like, okay, that's just... Really? The reason why I keep thinking about it is just because of how... This... Really? Like, you came in here to troll me, and... You didn't even stay to see if I get a reaction out of it. And you didn't stay to make sure I did react to it. You're not a good troll. I'm just... Like, I actually do analyze trolls and shit, which is why I think about them. Because it's like, there is an art to trolling. I mean, I've talked about it before. I won't go into it again, because, you know, I have a little time frame when I wrap it up. Technically, that's in less than a minute, but I'm going to kind of skim over that at this point. I'm never exactly on time. We should know this by now, but whatever. Anyway, but it's like, there's art to trolling. It's like when people just don't know the art, it's like you fuck off. You're bad. Learn to troll a little bit and come back to me. Then we can have some fun. You know? It's like, the reason why I don't troll much myself is just because of the art. I don't claim to be good at it. And because there's a certain way to do it. And there's all sorts of different ways to do it too. So it's about the right time to strike and the right time to boom. go for it. I mean, I have sock accounts. One of them is literally like a Kyle Kalinske meme account. Every now and then that I push. It's not one of the popular ones, but I have one and I don't use it that much. But every now and then I do. So it comes in every now and then. It's not the one that's like Kyle Kalinske with like all the Infinity Stones or whatever. It's not that one. That one's just too. That one's a platinum meme. That guy is just amazing. But that's not me. I wish, but no. I'm not that melomaniacal. Not that much of a melomaniac. Hurry before you hear water running. I honestly don't even really have to go anymore now. You're not even really seeing me do a dance. I'm just kind of like doing this. Because that Irish cream plus the bud I've been smoking has kind of got me at a nice level. I'm actually at a pretty good level. So, definitely need to be more of a wine connoisseur. And I like an Irish cream type of guy and stuff. Because liquor gets me real fucked up quick. Beer, I have to drink a lot of it. And then it kind of hits me. But with wine and like Irish creams and stuff, after like a nice good glass of it, or like a like a good few swigs out of it, like I did with the bottle, I'm good. Like I'm at like a good level where I'm still like, all right, aware, but feeling good. Like I'm at like it's like not even buzz, like it's buzz, but not even that. It's like in a weird gray area between like not sober and buzz, like it's like this weird teeter point, and it adds like the fluidity of being like buzzed, but not really necessarily like the cognitive thought process of that, which is like a slightly slurred and slightly stuttered, like whatever. But I'm not really feeling that, but I am definitely feeling the fluidity, and it's like see why people drink wine on a daily basis, because they like that feeling, but they don't want to get that fucked up. So I see it. I see why people drink wine a lot now. Like I understand the wine connoisseurship. It's awesome. Of course, enough of it will get you drunk, but I mean, hey, like if, of course, with moderation, not bad. So. Anyway, I'll smoke this shit and wrap it up. Wrap it up now. Oh, I caved in again. I got more Thin Mints of the Girl Scout cookies. They were there. They happened to be there a little extra long this time. Had an opportunity. Couldn't help myself. Little girl was just like, here you go, enjoy the cookies. And I'm just like, oh yeah, heck yeah, I am. I was just like, literally, I'm like, I always do. That's why I come for these, that's why I come for the Thin Mints all the time. And I'm just like, god damn it. Like, the kids are too nice, and the adults are just like, another one got. They just kind of sit there just like, hell yeah. It's just like, man, got it again. Got me again. I remember I think they used to have like a deal where they used to be like 4 for, or like 5 for 20, but they never do that anymore. It's like, dang. They could get extra bucks with that. Like, for real. They probably could. I mean, a part of me kind of wants to be like, I need to stock up. Like, because I know they're going to end, and I'm going to want to, and a part of me legit just wants to stock up on them, dude. Like, give them 100 and be like, can I just have, like, a nice stock of whatever you got? Just, like, like a literal box of, like, all, like, of each or something, or however much you can get with that, 100 or something. A part of me just wants to do that. But oh god, that would just be absurd. I mean, it's not, I mean, it'd be generous, but I mean, I don't even have 100 to like fucking out like that. If I had different circumstances, I would. I'd probably do that with 20. With a 20. Be like, 4 mints. Hell yeah. And then ration them hardcore, dude. I'd ration the shit out of them. Just, I knew I can't ration them forever, but I'll ration them as long as I possibly can. I should do that, like, every week until they're gone. Just, like, every time. Get a 20, 4 Thin Mints, or, like, 3 Thin Mints, and then, like, 1 different box. Just don't even touch them, just stock them. And then later down the road, maybe get another box to actually eat. And then, yeah. I might do that. I might do that. Because I can afford that. Because that's over time. Getting stocked up over time. So hell yeah. Wow. I just literally went down my fucking game plan on how I'm gonna fucking fucking get Girl Scout. Oh my god. I'm a stoner degenerate. Now remember, if you ever visit Philly to break out the liquor. Oh, well. Hell yeah. Like, just because on a daily, more regular-ish basis, I want to have a certain level, doesn't mean I want to have the hard liquor level. There's, like, something weird, like, right here. It's been affecting me, like, this entire fucking stream. I'm now just finally starting to get it out. Ugh. Ugh. Sip that. Take a fat swig of this. Lightly sip the tea, but loudly. And chug the fuck out of this. Well, not literally chug, but premise applies. I'm not actually going to chug it. Well, it's the end of our road here now. You can see me in the shades, boy. Like, hold up. Is it possible that we can, like, do some meta shit right now? Can you, like, see me beyond? Like, you can see me through the current screen, but can you, like, see me through that screen? Like, barely. Like, ever so barely. Damn. Well, there's 2 of us now. We could do a little clone and get epic, more, like, super meta. But that'd be too intense. Well, I'm gonna play some, I'm definitely gonna play some Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, honestly. Feeling the crave. I like to look at the eyes of the Husky in your stream pic. Oh, for my thumbnail? That's literally from a fucking furry porn picture that I have on my phone. So, if you like it, it's a whole bigger image with a lot of things going on. Because that's not a husky, by the way. That's a female border collie getting fucked up against a wall. So, yeah. Out of context, that sounds extremely bad, but but that's what it is. So there you go. A female furry anthropomorphic border collie just having the time of her life, and there's a line behind her. So that was just the most funny picture that I thought would be necessary for this. So I was like, I'll just zoom in on that. Could have used anything else, but that was the first thing I found. I'm like, fuck it. Let's do something a little edge. A little edge. Some minute edge. And, well, I didn't, besides YouTube being fucked as usual, nothing else happened, so. I have a few other pictures I can just zoom in into weird, absurd spots and just right up into the face and just be like, eh. Be like, yep, there we go. Perfect. So. God damn it. I'm like 10 minutes over now. Whatever. You know what? We should keep this bitch. We should keep this bitch. Let's do it. Let's get it. Need to get some Keef. I've actually been using it recently, so I'm actually have slightly depleted in stores. See? You can actually kind of see the bottom a little bit again. It's a miracle! There's a bottom! I like how I'm just like carelessly holding this above a garbage can. That's always a smart idea. Especially with this amount of Keef. I'm trying to find something to scrape it with. I guess this thing will work. Go down here, do this process. Hell yeah. Oh. Boom. Alright, close her up. Like now, so nothing happens. Go over there, safe and sound. Gross. It's like throat butter, not even lung butter. Like, it's been bothering me all day. Like, I woke up, had like a little, and something went up here, and was stuck there the entire day. Hasn't, like, affected my just average talk or whatever, but oh my god, has it been just annoying the shit out of me. When I smoke, there's like this back of my throat, like, weird tingly feeling right here, and it's like, ah! Most of it's gone now, but there's, like, still, like a thin layer, I can tell. It's like, go away. Like, I mean, that just came out of my lungs. That didn't even come out of my throat. And now it's just fucking mucus. And just saliva. So, whatever's here is just clinging to dear life. Which is probably just phlegm. Like, hardcore. So. Ugh. Fuck me. Hate it. Sucks. But this Keef will make me feel better. Oh wait, I should declog this before I even try to smoke this, or else the Keef is going to be all for naught. Because I make sure I pack them, but they get clogged, so I gotta boop, poke it, bump her up a little, give it a little love tap, flatten shit out so it doesn't like accidentally fall out of the bowl when it's smoking. Doom. Alrighty. I know you probably have said shit in the chat, but for some reason it is not responding to YouTube. So, here, let me do this really quick. Maybe that'll change some shit, maybe. No? No? Okay. Damn. Nah, whatever, who cares. Anyway, final bowl. Yeah, it's gonna be a Keef one too. You know what? Okay, the bottle's open. Where's the cap for that, by the way? I want to make sure I have all my shit in place. Got that. Let's go right here. It's probably good to just have all my shit ready to go for when I disperse to my room. So I will do that right now really quick. Where's the cap to the bottle? That is missing. Missing a cap to the... Wait a minute. This is an empty bottle. I would. Are you fucking kidding me? I was literally. It's over here, off to the other side of this table, and I have an empty one right here. Why is there an empty one right here? This doesn't need to be here. I'll put it up there so at least it's distinguishably different. Let's learn my groups. She's not a husky. Do you learn breeds better? I mean, it's just about like the best way to do it is just literally look at regular dog breeds, and then once you look at different furry characters of different people's characters, you'll start noticing the differences. Plus, people just will usually outright tell you what they are. But yeah, in the full picture, she's a collie. A cute one at that, but and a thick one at that too. And yeah, she's on side of a bed getting fucking rammed on the side of a wall. So it's a very nice picture, I must say. But yeah, I won't go too much detail about that. But anyway, I'm gonna fuck off now because I think Tis has said too much. Even though I don't know what much I've said. Oh man, that keef. That tasted keef. Nice. You know, I should probably do a video on furries too, by the way. Now I'm thinking about it. I know I should probably just be ending it now, but I'm just gonna go on this one last little tangent. But, I should literally just go on a video about it, just mainly just my thoughts, honestly. Just like, yeah. What does a furry think about fucking fairies? Nah. And just like how I think, you know, how I think about society perceiving them and shit. But I'm gonna like come at it from a different angle than just like, here's how I think about them. I kind of want to take a more I don't know how, but I you know, I want to try to have another approach. So I'm gonna like look at other videos that people have talked about them, and try to just come from a different aspect people haven't touched on, or at least not enough. I feel like. So I don't know. I'll put that on the back burner. That'll be an idea on the back burner because, I mean, I'm someone who pops in and out of that community. I mean, to every nomenclature of what a furry is, I fit the definition. So, I mean, I think it'll just be an interesting take to kind of have a furry discuss them in a way that isn't like necessarily biased towards them. You know what I mean? Because there's some just absolutely cringy things about them, I'm not going to lie, and there's absolutely fucking cool things about them, which I'm not gonna lie. And you know, so I think that'll be an interesting little thing, but I'll put that on the back burner because I'm gonna need some time to hash that out. And that's not gonna be like a normal video too. I'm actually gonna probably like have a little outline of what I want to talk about and shit, not just go on a little tangent or rant or something, you know what I mean? Like, that'll be something I will, like, have a, you know, like, think about for a bit. You know, have my thoughts laid out in a certain way so I can go into them. Oh, I think I finally got that shit out. Oh. Oh, that just feels lovely. That is nice. Ah, it's gone. Ah. Well, now it's feeling a little sensitive, but that'll go away. But if you want, but another way to learn about different breeds or different species or whatever, different anthrogens, then E621. That'll be it. Look, just like in the search tab, look up. There'll be tabs or tags you can type in, and if you type in like plus whatever breed or whatever, or like canine or felinoid or whatever, then you'll have all sorts of different artwork that will pop up for that, and then that can help you kind of analyze what's what. But if you don't know, just call it a dog or a cat or whatever it closely resembles. But either way, I don't know what character that belongs to. I don't even know who drew it, to be honest. I just know it's awesome. So I have more. So I'm gonna at least keep those themed stream thumbnails sporadic, but I have more that I can delve into every now and then, so I'll do that. Because fuck you guys, I don't care. Got all that shit, yeah. Alright, well, I'll finish this bowl now. I meant to wrap this up 20 minutes ago. I'm such a procrastinator. Tasted like Irish cream.